Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me today on this virtual lunch and learn. We've been doing these for quite a while. We're going to keep them going. So today we're going to be doing customizing reports. I'm going to show you guys 3 different places that you guys can go in Paragon to customize your reports. If you guys don't like something being shown, or if you want to change how it's being shown, or you just want to add that little personal touch to it, I'm going to show you guys 3 places that you guys can go to change those. So got people still rolling in here, so hopefully if you guys join me a little bit late, this hopefully will be recorded and it will be put up working on the page. So if you guys missed some stuff, we'll go ahead and have that recorded for you. So let's get started. Do you guys have any questions? Just leave those till the end. You guys can type it in the question box, and then I'll get to those questions at the end. It's going to be a shorter, 20, 30-minute lunch and learn here, so it won't take up too much of your time. Thanks for joining me. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first way that you guys may know to change these reports is simply by going into a listing. I'm going to pull up just the market monitor. This is going to work for any kind of search that you guys may do. I can do it from right here. So if I don't want to see my spreadsheet here, I want to see a different report, you go over here to this green reports button. And now you can go ahead and change your report to whatever you want it to be. I want to throw out there that we have a new view. It's called the Connect view. So this is a newer report that they just came out with their last release. So you guys have this Connect view report that you guys can look at as well. It kind of matches along with the Collab Center and the Collab link. So mine should be loading here. My internet's probably just going a little bit slower here. Hopefully it pulls up. Maybe not. Here we go. Yours probably won't load this slow. My internet's a hit or miss sometimes. So here's the Collab. This is the Connect view. So it's very familiar if you guys use the Collab Center, or if you guys use Paragon Connect on your mobile device. It's going to be going right along with that. So you can see the photos and map, you can see the property info, the history, the valuations, calculator, and community reports. So you guys can use this if you want. But if you guys wanted to change, say, I would say one of the most popular ones is like the client handout. So I can customize this client handout straight from here by going up to the customize and then going down to fields. So I just go to customize, go to fields, and now I have the ability to customize this report from here. You'll notice a couple of different things here. These dark gray boxes, this is not customizable. It's a template, so it's not going to allow you to change that just because it's Paragon's template for this report. But anything with the white boxes, you guys can double click in there and change that. So if I double click, I'm going to get my little pop-up, and now I can add or remove things from that section. If I want to remove it, I just simply click, twice over here, and it will remove that. If I want to get rid of that, it will remove it. If I want to add in something, I can do that as well. I can rearrange them by clicking and dragging them where I want them to be as well. Okay, so if I hit save, I can come down here, and you'll see that there is a lot of customization in here. You guys definitely can. The one thing that you have to note when you're doing this is the class. So if you do a report in here for the residential class, it will stay like that, but it's only for that class. So if you guys want to change different classes reports, you guys are going to have to make sure you change that class up here in the top left-hand corner. So anything I do in residential will not come over to land, because that's a different class, that's a different report. So if you guys are having issues with, editing one of these and you guys just see it doesn't go over to land or farm and ranch or whatever the case is, it's because you have to customize those within the class. So you can see there's a lot of things that you can do here. This is all templated, so you can't make like this, the remarks. I know I get a couple of calls on the remarks not all showing up in the report. Well, it's because sometimes people just have too much remarks, and this is only going to allow a certain amount of characters in this little field. There's not going to be anywhere else for it to go, so it cuts it off. And I'm going to show you a little bit later on where you guys can go to create your own completely owned report, customize it however you want. And you guys can actually take these reports and customize it to where all of this stuff can be customizable, not just the white boxes. Okay, so you guys can do it straight from the listing page. When you're doing a search, you guys can go in here and just find the report that you want, and then go up to customize and go down to fields. So the flyer, I think it is, the brochure, custom brochure, you guys can customize this. You see it says customizable brochure, other text. Well, if I go to customize and go to fields, well, I can click in here and now change that text. Okay, so I can remove it, whatever the case is. I can also preview what it's going to look like. So if I wanted to preview it really quick, I definitely could before I go out of it. So you guys can customize it straight from the search page. The second place that you guys can customize it is from your preferences. So if I go up to preferences and I go down to reports, I'm going to see that I have all of my reports here on the left-hand side, and now I can click in those and I can save them or edit them and then save them. So if I go down to details, I can go into my client handout again and I can customize it from here. So client handout, now I can customize it. So, and then I can switch through all of my different classes, whatever the case is. But again, you're going to have those gray boxes. You're not going to be able to customize those. So you guys are going to want to make sure that you can't customize those gray boxes. So those are going to be defaulted in there, templated. You're not going to be able to change those, unfortunately. But I'm going to show you a way here pretty soon how you can do that. So you guys can do your spreadsheets as well. That's a very popular one. If you guys want those spreadsheets to stay a certain way, you definitely can, because if you go in here and you pull up some results and you customize this, well, it might not show up the next time, whatever the case may be. You guys want to create a report or a spreadsheet that suits your needs. You guys can come into your preferences, go to reports, and then go to the spreadsheet, and then you can customize these. So I name mine Ben's Fave. So I can come in here at any time and I can customize what's in here. I can rename it. I can get, different classes here. I can change that spreadsheet from my preferences. Okay, so there is the ability to customize these reports and these spreadsheets straight from your preferences or from the listing input or the listed search listings. So the third and final way that you guys are able to customize these reports within Paragon is going to be through My Views. And My Views is a little bit more extensive. It's a little bit more in depth, and it allows you to really do your own report or take one of these reports and make it your own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here to Preferences. So it's in Preferences again. So I click on Preferences, and you'll see in the middle column, second, header down, Agent Views. I'm going to click on My Views. Okay. So I click on My Views, and now these are all my custom reports. You guys might not have any. If you guys have dabbled in it a little bit, you guys will see one or two here, however many. But these are all my custom ones. So if you guys wanted to customize one, or if you guys wanted to create a blank one, you definitely can. I always recommend starting out with one that we already have, just because it doesn't make you go completely and start over. You guys can just take one of these that you like, but you want to change a couple of things, then you can go in there and change those things. So I'm going to show you the difference, because this won't have anything that you can't customize. You're going to be able to customize anything. So up here in the blue tab, I have my three options: add, delete, copy, view. Well, that's what I want to do. I want to hit copy view. And now it's going to ask me, what views do I want to customize? So I'm going to go down to MLS. So now I have all my MLS reports here that I can customize. So I go over here, go to page 2, and I have all my different reports. So you're just going to pick one. So I'm going to just say let's see here, client handout. Let's do client handout 2. Yeah, let's do client handout 2. So I just hit copy there to the right. It's all the way to the right. The last column there kind of went a little bit fast, but it's blue text, copy. And now I have all these settings. Well, you don't really have to worry about all these settings, just a couple. So the very first one, activate this view. You want to make sure that that's checked because that will allow you to use this view. And then can you email this view? You definitely want that checked if you want to send this out to potential clients. And then all this stuff, the header, footer, listing across, listing vertical, you don't have to worry about those. The only other thing that you want to worry about is the name. So you guys are going to want to name it something. So I'm going to do Ben Client Handout. Okay, maybe Ben's Client Handout. So I just named it Ben's Client Handout. Down here at the bottom, select classes. So you want to make sure all those are checked because you want to make sure that you'll be able to see this view in any class. And then that's it. You just hit save. And now it's going to take me back to my spreadsheet view of all my reports, and then it's going to be in here. So Ben's Client Handout. Now I can change the settings again if I don't want to activate it, or if I want to, not make it emailable. I can definitely do that by going back to the settings. However, I can go to edit now, and once I am in edit, I'm going to be able to see this report. Now it's all white. Now I can customize anything in here. I can add a page. I can go ahead and select a different class. And just like the other reports though, you have to do this for every class. So if I wanted to customize this view in the farm and ranch, I'm going to need to make sure that I'm on the farm and ranch and that I can customize that from that class. So farm and ranch. So just make sure that your guys' classes are selected for what report that you want to customize, because some people will go in here and be like, I customized it, but it's not showing up. Well, it does have to be with class. So there's an easy way though. If you guys customize like your guys' residential and you guys want that same look for the farm and ranch, there is an easy way to do that as well. So let me just go ahead and customize this a little bit just to show you that how it works. So I'm just going to take some stuff out of here. Garage, yes or no, footage, address. Let's just have the bare minimum up here, right? So we're just going to go MLS number, status, address, city. We don't even want the subdivision, beds, baths. Okay, perfect. So now I just have my very basic thing. Maybe I want to make that a little bit smaller, put it over here. So see how I'm customizing this? It's just, you just drag any of these boxes around. You guys can make them bigger. Whichever box you're in will highlight orange. So if I'm over here in the office image, I click in there, it turns orange. I can make this office image bigger. I can make it smaller. I can make it wider, taller. I can do all of these different things with it. So I can really customize this to however I want it to be. And you can see, you can take anything out. If I highlight it orange, and then up here at the top, you have my little delete button. So you have all these different options here. You can put in text. You guys can move these around. You guys can take anything out. So really, you guys have the ability to customize this from scratch. So say for whatever reason, I want my reports to look like this, and I want to make sure that it looks like this in the farm and ranch class. Well, I can go ahead and hit save first of all, because I don't want it to be lost. So now I'm like, all right, I want that same look in the farm and ranch. Well, whenever I switch to farm and ranch, it goes back to this. Well, I want it to look like residentials. So if you want to do that, up here you will see it says copy class. So I'm going to hit copy class. I'm going to hit OK. So now I'm going to go and select the report. So mine is the Ben's Client Handout. I'm going to hit next. And now I'm going to select my class to copy. So, and I want to copy the residential one. So I hit copy, and now it magically appears to be just like the residential one. So you guys are able to do that, okay? So it's not like you have to go through and customize each one of them. You can if you want, but there is an easy way for you guys to, you know, copy that over to where it looks the same. And some of this information is not going to be the same in land because they're not going to have some of that stuff that you would have in the other classes. So it will copy as much over as it can, because you'll probably see some of this stuff is different. Well, it's because some of this stuff is not going to be applied to other classes. But that gives you a general idea of how you can copy those classes over to make them look similar. Okay, and if I look on my left-hand side here, you'll see a bunch of different menu options. I have my class page, I have my fields, I have my features, miscellaneous report elements, and my grid default elements, or my miscellaneous report elements. So this is just snap to grid. So you'll see once I, you know, move this, it's going to snap it to, like, you see how it moves up like that. If you guys don't want that, uncheck that box, and then it will just move wherever you want it to. If you guys want to add fields, you guys can do so by not double clicking, sorry. You're not going to double click, but you're going to use these menu options on the left-hand side to add fields to these classes, so, or to these little boxes. So if I go here and I want to, you know, add in how many, you know, additional living quarters, I can put that in right there. But be careful when you're adding these in, because right here underneath the find box, you will see it says text. So if I just added in a text box, all it's going to say is additional living quarters, and that's it. If you guys want the data in there, then you're going to want to select data. But if you want it to show what it is and the data that's in that field, you're going to want to do text and data. So now if I add in additional living quarters, you'll see how different it is. It gives you two different options here. So now it's going to have the additional living quarters, and it's going to have the data with it. Okay, so you're going to want to make these bigger, though, because you want all of that information, like the public description remarks. If you guys need that bigger, if you need to make it to where it fits more text, you guys are just going to want to customize this and make this box bigger or even smaller. Okay, and you guys can create a new page, like I said, up here. If you hit add page, it will allow you to create a second page. So now I have 2 pages. And this one's going to be blank, so I could just start fresh. I can just have all my remarks be on this page, or all of my, you know, pictures. So I have all this different information on here that I can add in here. So listing image right there. So I can put in, you know, several of these if I wanted to, and it's going to allow me to have those images on that page. So hopefully this showed you guys a little bit about customizing reports. It's not really that hard. If I go ahead and hit save on this before I end it, I'm just going to show you guys. So now layout saved. So now I can go in here and I can go back into my market monitor. And then you'll see my report is going to be under this green reports button. Now if I go down a little bit, it's going to be under the details. And it will say Ben's client handout. So it's going to be in blue. So I click on that, and here it is. Doesn't look that great, of course. I didn't think that it was. I was messing around. And then there's my images. So it's pretty cool. I mean, you guys can customize this, make it however you want, be able to change those colors. Like I didn't show you guys that, but you guys can change those colors of those headers if you wanted to, if you have a different, you know, color in mind. All I do is just click on that, and then my color is right here. And I can change that to, you know, a bright green maybe. Yeah, bright green, that stands out, doesn't it? Yeah, so you guys can customize those reports 3 ways, all right? So you guys can go into listings just by searching, and you guys can choose your report on the right-hand side, and then you guys are able to customize that in the blue tab, hit fields, and it will bring up that report. And like I said, anything in the dark gray is not going to be customized. Anything in the white, you can by double clicking on it. You guys can go to your preferences, down to reports, and customize your reports from here. Or you guys can go into My Views and completely start your own report or customize one that's already been made and have the ability to customize anything. It's not going to have anything limited for you. You guys are going to be able to make this completely your own. Hopefully I taught you something there. This is a short, quick, sweet little lunch and learn. I know you guys are busy out there. It's a crazy market, I've heard from a couple of people. So I'm sure you guys are plenty busy. Hopefully this helps you guys with Paragon a little bit. And if you guys have any questions, definitely reach out to me. Thanks for attending and stay safe and healthy out there. I'm going to stay on the line for